Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to accomplish. This is your time to slow down. Settle into a comfortable position, allow your shoulders to relax, and let each gentle breath become a little deeper than the last. If you're listening before bed, you may even wish to close your eyes. Imagine a quiet evening sky stretching over an old American town where time seems to move just a little more slowly. The streets are calm, the air is cool, soft lantern light glows against weathered stone walls, while distant church bells echo through the peaceful night. Together, we'll leave behind the noise of the modern world and step softly into centuries of American history. Our journey begins long before highways crossed the continent, before skyscrapers reached toward the clouds, and before the United States became a nation. We'll wander through quiet streets where the first settlers built simple homes from timber and stone. We'll listen to the gentle sounds of ocean waves along the Atlantic coast, hear the rustling forests that surrounded tiny settlements, and discover how ordinary people lived their everyday lives. This is not a story of battles or political speeches. Instead, it is a story of peaceful mornings, flickering fireplaces, wooden docks, winding cobblestone streets, family gardens, old churches, trading posts, and communities that slowly grew over hundreds of years. Many of America's oldest towns still exist today. Their buildings have watched generations come and go. Their narrow streets remember footsteps that disappeared centuries ago. Their quiet cemeteries hold stories that are almost forgotten. Tonight, we'll gently uncover those stories. So take one more slow breath. As the wind moves softly through ancient oak trees and the moon rises over the Atlantic Ocean, our journey begins. Before America had a name. Long before the country known today as the United States. Now, imagine Europe during the late 15th century. Maps remained incomplete. Much of the world was still unknown to European explorers. Powerful kingdoms searched for new trade routes that promised spices, silk, precious metals, and opportunity. Wooden sailing ships waited inside busy harbors. Their sails fluttered gently in the sea breeze, while sailors prepared for journeys that could last many months. Life aboard these vessels was far from comfortable. Cabins were small, fresh water was limited, storms could appear without warning. Weeks might pass without seeing land. Yet curiosity and hope continued pulling explorers toward the western horizon. After long voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, unfamiliar coastlines slowly emerged from the morning mist. Dense forests reached toward endless skies. Wide rivers flowed quietly toward the sea. Birdsong echoed across untouched landscapes. The air smelled of pine, salt water, and fresh earth. To many newcomers, these places felt ancient, peaceful, and full of possibility. The birth of America's oldest European towns. Among the earliest permanent European settlements was St. Augustine, founded in 1565 along the northeastern coast of present-day Florida. The settlement grew beside calm coastal waters, where fishing boats gently rocked with the changing tides. Simple wooden homes appeared first. Later came stronger buildings made from coquina stone, a natural rock formed from tiny seashells pressed together over countless centuries. Even today, many of those quiet streets remain remarkably similar to how they appeared hundreds of years ago. Stone walls absorb the warmth of the afternoon sun. Palm trees sway gently overhead. Small courtyards hide behind wooden gates decorated with climbing flowers. As evening arrives, lanterns cast soft golden light onto narrow pathways that have welcomed travelers for generations. Life moved slowly. Families gathered for evening meals. Church bells marked the passing hours. Merchants unloaded supplies from arriving ships. Children laughed in small plazas, while fishermen repaired their nets nearby.
everything followed the natural rhythm of sunrise and sunset. Without electricity or engines, evenings became wonderfully quiet. Only waves, birds, distant voices, and the gentle wind filled the air.
Take another slow, comfortable breath. Imagine the gentle sound of waves brushing against a quiet shoreline. The evening sky has faded into soft shades of blue and silver, while a cool breeze. Imagine waking before sunrise in Jamestown. The world is almost silent. Mist floats gently above the river. Birds begin their morning songs from the treetops. A rooster calls somewhere in the distance. One by one, fireplaces are lit inside small wooden homes. The soft crackle of burning oak fills the cool morning air. Women begin preparing simple breakfasts. Fresh bread bakes slowly beside glowing coals. Children carry wooden buckets toward the well. Farmers gather their tools before walking into nearby fields. Blacksmiths begin heating iron inside glowing furnaces. The village slowly awakens, not with noise, but with quiet purpose. Each person has a role. Each day follows familiar rhythms.
The forests surrounding Plymouth offered both beauty and resources. Tall pine trees provided building materials. Wild berries grew during summer. Fresh water flowed through quiet streams. The settlers also learned valuable knowledge from Native American communities who had lived with these landscapes for countless generations. They discovered better ways to grow corn. They learned about local plants. They observed seasonal changes. Nature became both teacher and companion. The rhythm of everyday life slowly became connected to the forests, rivers, birds, changing weather, and the passing of each season. A walk through an early colonial town. Imagine taking a peaceful evening walk through one of these early towns. The streets are narrow. The ground beneath your feet is packed earth rather than pavement. Simple wooden fences surround vegetable gardens. Apple trees sway gently in the evening breeze. A horse slowly pulls a small wagon toward the village center. The local blacksmith finishes his final work of the day. Nearby, children laugh quietly before returning home as darkness approaches. A church bell rings softly across the village. Its gentle sound echoes through the trees before slowly fading into silence. No traffic, no bright advertisements, only the comforting sounds of nature and everyday life. The passing of the seasons. Spring brought new beginnings. Wildflowers covered open meadows. Birds returned after winter. Farmers planted seeds beneath warming sunshine. Summer filled gardens with vegetables and herbs. Long evenings allowed neighbors to gather outdoors beneath countless stars. Autumn painted forests with deep shades of gold, crimson, and orange. Families stored food carefully for the months ahead. Firewood was stacked beside every home. Then winter arrived once more.